This is my husband, Bjørn.
Nice to meet you. I worked for the Médecins Sans Frontières.
You're a doctor?
Yeah.
Where are you guys from?
Holland. You should come and visit us.
Quick voor mij zo? Hvad er det værste, der kan ske?
Yeah, you made it! Hey! Sorry for the mess. Oh, it's nothing. It's gonna get much worse.
Hi, Abby.
Abel has some difficulty speaking. He has what you call congenital aglossia, meaning basically he's born without a tongue. This is the life. Huh?
It's good that we have a doctor in the house.
I'm not a doctor.
But didn't you say you were a doctor?
Did I? Oh, I lied.
You lied?
Jeg tror ikke, jeg synes, det er så rart at være.
Der er halvanden dag tilbage, det overlever du nok.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So many things have felt so wrong. Because we do things differently.
Mor, jeg er bange.
Ja, nu mor er, så kan der ikke ske der noget. Jeg vil gerne hjem. Jeg vil gerne hjem.
No. It truly breaks my heart to hear that you haven't enjoyed your stay. Why are you doing this?
Carl here from Brrraaains Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for sure, and it's horror movie review time. Rarely does a film come along that proves to be an uncomfortable watch from beginning to end. A film where you sit on the edge of your seat throughout, scream at the TV through frustration, and come away feeling mightily depressed from what you've just witnessed. This sums up the Speak No Evil experience, a psychological horror/thriller directed by Christian Trafdup from a screenplay he co-wrote with his brother Mads. It stars Morten Brrraaains, Cecil Simcock, Fedja Van Hoot, Karina Smulders, Leva Fosberg, and Maria Stamslev. Excuse me if I butchered anyone's names there. Bjørn and Louise are a mild-mannered Danish couple on holiday in Greece with their young daughter Agnes. They end up meeting a Dutch couple, Patrick and Karen, who also have a child called Abel around the same age as Agnes. The group bond, spend time together, and part as friends. Sometime later, back home, Bjørn and Louise receive a postcard from Patrick and Karen inviting them to come and spend a weekend with them at their country home. Louise, unenthused as they barely know them, is convinced to go though by her husband, who sees it as impolite to refuse the invitation. Along with Agnes, they head off to the Dutch countryside to stay with Patrick, Karen and Abel. And what begins as a nice weekend turns into something much more sinister overall. What begins as an awkward experience, two different sets of people coming together and finding out what those differences mean, turns into something much more shocking. Bjørn, Louise and Agnes are about to have the worst weekend of their lives. The goal of this film is to make you feel completely unsettled. And on that front, it absolutely delivers. Not just from a visual and audio perspective, but from a character and actor perspective too. However, because of this obsession, it means the writing has to take some serious liberties, not just with plot points, but with how the characters are portrayed. Bjørn and Louise's marriage has become stale. And our focus on Agnes has meant they've lost touch with each other. Very believable, very realistic. They're awkward together, at times a little uncomfortable, and kind of sleepwalking through their middle-class lives. It's why Bjørn is so taken in by the confidence of Patrick, a man who says what he thinks and expresses himself emotionally. You can tell that Bjørn wants to be the sort of person that Patrick is, but simply doesn't have the belief or self-worth to actually do it. The thing is, his and his family's nightmare experience here is born out of politeness. Too polite to say something when things are getting a bit out of control. Too polite to ask questions in fear of offending. And too polite to stand up for themselves when pushed. Something that is relatable up to a point. a point that exposes Speak No Evil's biggest problem, the diminishing plausibility of the story and the characters' actions as the film goes on. Not only does it become distinctly unbelievable that characters would act in a certain way at a certain point, but it also becomes downright frustrating. You'll be screaming at the TV for Bjorn and Louise to do something, anything to protect themselves, and more importantly, their daughter. The lack of logic surrounding certain actions will damage the immersion. Speak No Evil works hard to keep you immersed, even though it is complete darkness all the way through. There's nothing wrong with that, but this is a film that really could have done with a hope spot or two. Even if the end result had been the same, it would have at least made the experience more realistic. Quote direct from the movie, "Why are you doing this? Because you let me." No truer words are spoken in this film, and it stays with you afterwards. I will say that Speak No Evil will stay with you long afterwards, and it's clearly had an effect because it's getting, at the time of recording, not out yet, but it's due quite soon, an American remake of it. Who knows? It's what they love to do. It might be good, it might be bad. The thing is, I didn't love this. I think it's a well-made movie and it's well acted for the most part and all that, but it's just the fact that it becomes less and less plausible as it goes on, and it's just designed to be so miserable that it takes me out of it personally. It's depressing, it won't make you feel good, and there's nothing wrong with that, provided how we get there I'm willing to go along with. The problem was by the end, I was so frustrated and so not believing that characters would act in a certain way. I ended up not liking that aspect of it, but maybe you will. It is Speak No Evil, and it's a movie. It's a movie you got to check out, I think. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It is gratefully appreciated. You can find us over at gbhbl.com, our full website, where reviews, news, and so much more goes up daily. We're also on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, at gbhbl. Just search for gbhbl and you will find us out there. We also have merchandise on sale. You can access the shop via the website.